And what about self-censorship?
Well, it existed and always does exist, I think, in the minds of individuals in relation to what they say, but also in teams and organizations. And it was there in the ICA. And 2 or 3 times while I was there, I actually did censor staff from doing things. I think it was accepted. And I don't especially want to talk about them because it was something that was resolved internally. But there's also censorship that we anticipated and caused fear and anxieties, which actually was mystical. The most famous one was not when I was there, but prior to my time, when there was an exhibition of the last drawings of Picasso, which were quite erotic. I never saw them myself, but I was told they were erotic. And they were being hung in the gallery. And Roland Penrose, who'd been a pal of Penrose, a pal of Picasso, had engineered the show. And late at night, around midnight, they got a call from the head of Scotland Yard, Sir Mark, whatever his name was, saying he wanted to come and see the show before it opened. And he was going to arrive in the morning at 9 o'clock. And would they make arrangements for him to see the show? Well, you can imagine the fear, anxieties, the head of Scotland Yard coming to the ICA. And I'm told what happened was the director called the chairman called the chairman of the Arts Council, who was Lord Goodman, and Lord Goodman was out making an after-dinner speech somewhere, and he didn't answer till well after midnight. He then rang the Home Secretary. The Home Secretary rang Sir Mark Turner and woke him up at whatever it was, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Is it true you're actually going to go to the ICA? He said yes. Now, in the meantime, ICA, thinking how to prepare itself, invited all the leading artists in the country that they could think of, the grandest artists, to come and have a breakfast in the ICA at 9 o'clock. So that they would have a breakfast to celebrate the opening of the Picasso show, but also to meet the head of Scotland Yard. And people like Henry Moore and Barbara Hepworth and others were all invited to breakfast. And but the message came back at about 2 o'clock. Yes, Sir Mark was coming, and he was bringing his wife. She had to catch a flight to Australia around noon, and desperately keen not to miss the show because she wasn't coming back till after the show was over. So all of the hoo-ha of that evening of anxiety was all, censorship that never happened. The Robert Mapplethorpe show created special problems because his photographs, some of them are very explicit, erotic, and not just erotic, but things that are shocking. They'd never been shown in Britain, and it wasn't thought they would ever be shown. We decided to mount an exhibition, and we made a special room within the exhibition where you had to be 18 or over to enter. And you were warned before entering that you were going to see specific and shocking things, and invited not to enter if you were likely to be offended. The police came and did a report, and nothing more happened. But I eventually saw the report. It was shown to me, and it said, Director of Public Prosecutions recommends doing nothing so long as it's at the ICA, but better think again if it goes anywhere else. So it was clear that we were being given a little bit of latitude, providing we acted responsibly, and it's a fine game, that, playing with authorities. Most of the time we didn't come unstuck. We were able to show by hook or by crook what we wanted to show.